Hi everyone, I'm Nadia, host from sportsbookreview.com, and you can join in our conversation on Twitter using hashtag SBRNatia. Who are the best receivers in football this season? Let's look at the wide receiver head-to-head touchdown matchups probabilities for 2014 season. Joining us today is professional handicapper Matt Jordan. Matt, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
Nice. Well, we have some interesting wide receiver head-to-head matchups available. Calvin Johnson from the Detroit Lions versus A.J. Green from Cincinnati Bengals. We have Megatron is favored at -125 and Green is at +105. What do you think about this matchup?
Yeah, it's a good place to start because I'd say these are the two best receivers in football, hands down. Johnson is giving up 2 touchdowns, so you have to include that. And I do want to give a shout out to Bet Online. These props are from there. Johnson has the advantage, I think, because he's the most unguardable player in the NFL. He plays in an offense they're going to throw a lot more than Cincinnati will. And the Lions play in a dome, at least 8, all their home games, and that can only help late in the year. You don't have to worry about weather, wind, snow, all such things. So I think Johnson will catch around 15 or 16. Green will come close. He'll get his 10 or 11, but I would take the -125 on Megatron and give those 2 touchdowns.
Okay, and Demaryius Thomas for the Denver Broncos is at +150 against favorite Julio Jones at +120 from the Atlanta Falcons. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Thomas is giving, like I said, -150. He's given -1.5 touchdowns as well. I know Wes Welker, you were going to mention this, Wes Welker was just suspended 4 games. That can only help him. He was already Peyton Manning's favorite target, but now, there's really just 2 good receivers instead of 3. So Jones is coming off an foot injury that's also hurt him his rookie year, so that's got to be a little concerning. I mean, he's healthy now, but the same foot's been broken twice in 3-4 years. So, and he's only played 16 games once. So I'm kind of going against myself here because Jones plays indoors like Calvin Johnson does, but I worry about his health, and Denver's going to throw more than anybody. So I would take Thomas and give the -1.5 touchdowns.
Okay, and now that Wes Welker has been suspended for 4 weeks, will this give Thomas more of an edge?
Yeah, definitely. I think he'll. Welker was more of his Manning's slot guy, not so much of a touchdown guy. But Thomas is good enough to break those passes if we're talking throws that Manning would have made to Welker. So I would say Thomas is guaranteed a good 4 more targets at least per game for the 4 games Welker's out. If that leads to an extra couple touchdowns, that can only help.
Okay, and last but not least, you also mentioned in your article Brandon Marshall from the Chicago Bears versus Dez Bryant from the Dallas Cowboys. Marshall is at a +120 and Bryant is favored at +110. That's a close one. What's your pick on that?
Yeah, Marshall's actually getting the touchdown in that one. I love Bryant. We've done some Cowboys props on here before, and it's more to the point where I think they're going to throw a lot because their defense is so bad. I think Bryant's going to have a 15. Plus, he's also playing for a new contract. That tends to motivate guys to stay on the field if they're dealing with a minor injury. I don't trust Brandon Marshall's quarterback, Jay Cutler, to stay healthy. So I love Bryant on that one at -110, even given the 1 touchdown.
Well, sounds good. There you have Matt's picks. Thank you so much, Matt, for being with us today. For sportsbookreview.com, this is Nadia Holtz.